Hello students, good morning. I'm Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the grammar portion in which we were discussing the topic tenses. Dear students, in the previous class I have explained what does mean by tenses, kinds of tenses, sub-kinds of tenses, and we have also completed present indefinite tense, present continuous tense, and today we will discuss present perfect tense. What does mean by present perfect tense? Dear students, you open your notebook and start writing. What does mean by present perfect tense? As we can see here on the board, it is used to express the action begun in the past and completed in the present. It means it denotes present perfect tense denotes the action that has been already begun, that has been already started in the past time, but it is finished in the present time. Now it is completed. It denotes the action that is completed. Okay, students, in the continuous you have seen that the action is in process, but here the action is completed. Okay, in this tense, perfect tense, action is completed. Okay, students, so just write down. Present perfect tense is used to express an action begun in the past and completed in the present. It means in this tense, the action has been completed already in the past time. Okay, already completed in the present time, but the action has been completed. Okay, that is not in process, that is not left anything. The action has been completed. So just see it, write down. It is used to express an action begun in the past and completed in the present. Okay, students, keep in your mind there are two helping verbs we use, has and have. Okay, we use helping verb has with the singular subject. Okay, with singular subject, or you can say he, she, it. Okay, etc. And we use the helping verb have with the plural subject, you, we, they, and I. You can see. Okay, no need to write, only you see here. Okay, there are two helping verbs we will discuss. Okay, in the formation of present perfect tense. So keep in your mind there are two helping verbs that we use, has and have. We use has with the singular subject, and we use have with the plural subject. Okay, so you write it only, no need to write this, and we will discuss it in the next heading. So just write down this heading and put the heading present perfect tense. What does mean by present perfect tense? It is used to express an action begun in the past and completed at the present. Okay, students? Now you put the heading formation. Now we will discuss the formation of present tense, present perfect tense. Okay, so students, I am going to erase it, and now we will discuss formation. How to form a present perfect tense. Dear students, in each tenses we form three type of sentences. You all know, affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative sentences. You see here. Now put the heading formation of present perfect tense. You see. Put the heading formation of present perfect tense. Okay, students. So first of all, we will discuss what kind of sentence? Affirmative sentence. Put the heading affirmative. Affirmative sentence. Okay, affirmative sentences. So just say here what would be the formation of it. How do we form an affirmative sentence of present perfect tense? We can see here there will be subject. Okay, then after you will use has and have according to the subject. If your subject is similar, then you will use has. If your subject is plural, then you will use have. Okay, then after you will use the third form of the verb. Yes, students, keep in your mind, in this tense you have to use the third form of the verb. Third form of the verb means past participle form of the verb. Just see here, suppose that go is your main form, that is V form. Okay, and went is the second form of the verb, that is also known as past form of the verb. Okay, and gone is what kind of verb? Third form of the verb, and that is known as past participle form of the verb. Okay, past participle form of the verb. So keep in your mind here, we will use third form of the verb, that is gone. Okay, in the same way we will use the third form of verb of any verb. Okay, in this tense, in present perfect tense. So just see students, this is your structure of affirmative sentence. Subject will be there, has and have will be there, third form of the verb will be there, then after object will be there. Okay, and at the end of the sentence we will put full stop. Just see here students, this is your structure, and on the basis of this structure you can make sentences. Now we can see the example. Just see, Mohan is a subject, that is singular subject. Okay, I have already told you that with the singular subject we will use has. Okay, so you will write here has. Mohan has. Suppose that your verb is play. Okay, so you will write the third form of the verb, and for making third form of the, we generally add ed. Generally, not always. Just see here, Mohan has played, that you have to learn. Forms of the verb you have to learn. Let's see, Mohan has played. You may put add object football. Okay, you can see here. This sentence is totally based on this structure. You can see subject is there. Okay, helping verb is here. Third form of the verb is here, and object and full stop. You can see one more sentence. We can see just here, children. Children is plural. Okay, therefore we will use the helping verb have. Children have. Just see, children have. Just see students, read. Read is the third one. The form, a third form of verb read is same. That is read. Okay, you can see children have read a book. Okay, that is third form of the verb. Keep in your mind. Okay, you can see here read. Okay, just see, that is first form of the verb, that is second form of the verb, that is third form of the verb. Okay, there are so many verbs, their forms are same. For example, cut. You can see. So just see students, children have read a book. Okay, at the end of the sentence we will use full stop. Just write down these two sentences. Okay, that is based on affirmative sentences, affirmative structure. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood how to form an affirmative sentence of present perfect tense. Okay, that is your structure. On the basis of this structure we can form the sentences. Okay students, I am going to erase it. I hope that you all have understood. Now come to the next. Just see another. Put the heading negative sentences. Okay, negative sentences. And just see, yes friends, in this tense, in this sentence we will find the negative word not. Just here, and the structure will be the same as affirmative. You see, there will be subject and the helping verb will be the same. Okay, have or has according to the subject. If your subject is plural, you will use has, have. If your subject is singular, you will use has. Then after you will use the negative word not. Then after you will use third form of the verb. Then after you will use object. Okay, then after you can use full stop. Just see, this is your structure of negative sentence of present perfect tense. We can see the example. Okay, just see here, Mohan is singular, so we will use has. Okay, just see, Mohan has, we will use the negative word because we are talking about the negative sentence. So Mohan has not, third form of the verb, played football. Okay, students, just write down this sentence. Mohan has not played football. One more sentence we can discuss. Just see, children. Children is plural, so we will use the helping verb have. Children have not read a book. Okay, students, you can see here, there we have used the negative word not. Okay, because we are talking about the negative structure, negative sentences. So just see here, there will be subject, helping verb, negative word, then third form of the verb, then object. Okay, students, so keep in your mind and write down this in your notebook. Okay, negative sentences, you can see here, subject, helping verb, negative word, third form of the verb, and object. And these two sentences you will mention in your notebook. Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood. Okay, come to the next sentence, that is interrogative sentence. Dear students, if you are getting any kind of problem, any kind of difficulties, if you have any kind of queries regarding this topic, you may ask on WhatsApp. So just see here, third we will discuss interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Just see students, I have already told you what are interrogative sentences and how many types. Dear students, I have told you that there are two types of interrogative, SNO type and WS type. SNO type always start with the helping verb and WS type always start with the WH words such as what, when, why, where, okay, etc. So first of all, we will discuss the SNO type, okay, whose answer can be given in one word, as or no, and it always start with the helping verb. And what are the helping verb we use in this sentence? Has and have. Okay, so what would be the structure of it? Has or have according to the subject, then you will use subject. Okay, if your negative word is there, you can also mention, but we are talking about interrogative, so I will not mention here. So just see here, that is your helping verb, then after subject, then after third form of the verb, okay, then after object, then after question mark. Just see here, this is your structure. On the basis of this structure, we will construct the sentence, we will form the sentence. Example we can see. Okay, so just see here, has, first example you can see, has Mohan, has Mohan, okay, you can see that is your helping verb, that is your subject. Has Mohan played, played is the third form of the verb, football, okay, that is F. Just see, has Mohan played football, okay, just see here, helping verb, subject, third form of the verb, object, question mark, okay, just see, has Mohan played football. One more sentence we can see, have children, have children read English, or you can say book. Have children read a book? You can see. Just write down. That is your SNO type of interrogative sentence of present perfect tense. So just here in the present perfect tense we use two helping verbs, has and have, and that is SNO type of sentence. Therefore we will put it in the beginning of the sentence. So we can see here subject is singular, therefore I have put here singular helping verb, that is has. So sentence is has Mohan played football, and that is plural, therefore I have mentioned here plural subject. Have children read a book? Okay, so students just write down in your notebook. And now we will discuss the another types, that is WS type. Okay, WS type interrogative sentence. Okay students, I hope that you all have written. So now we will discuss it. Now just put the heading. WH type. WH type of interrogative sentence. Okay, WH type always start with the WH word. Okay, so you see here you will mention a WH word in the beginning of the sentence. Then after you will use has or have according to the subject. Okay, then after you will use subject. If your subject is singular you will use has. If your subject is plural you will use have. Okay, then third form of the verb. Okay, then object, then question mark. Let's see. This is your structure of WH type interrogative sentence of present perfect tense. Example we can see. Okay, just see here. Where. Okay, just see here. Where I'm starting the sentence with the WH word where. Okay, where has Mohan, that is all. Okay, Mohan, where has Mohan played football? Okay, interrogative mark. Just here, that is your WH word, that is your helping verb, that is your subject, and that is your third form of the verb, that is your object. Okay, students, so just see here, where has Mohan played football? One more sentence we can see. What have children read? Okay, just here, what have children read? That is also third form of the verb. If you want to mention the object, you can mention the object. What have children read today? Or you can mention here only up to this. Okay, what have children read? Okay, we can get the answer. Children have read a book. Okay, so just write down these sentences, students. WH type, WH word, has and have according to the subject, third form of the verb, then object, then question mark. And you can see the sentences based on this structure. Where has Mohan played football? What have children read? Okay, so students, today we have read what does mean by present perfect tense and what are the helping verbs that we use in this tense, and we have also discussed the affirmative, negative and interrogative structure of present perfect tense. Okay students, if you are getting any kind of problem you may ask on WhatsApp. That's all for today. Thank you.